Okay, hello once again. Trying some new settings on OBS Studio, and I've also got increased internet speed now. I think the problem with the last stream, where it went blocking places, is because of the kilobytes upload speed. So when it's still like this, it's okay, but when you start moving and it goes blocky, that's because you just haven't got enough bandwidth of upload. Oh, for goodness sake, everything's broken, alright. People there to fix it. Quiet. As you can see, I've finished everything, and what this one is I spent nearly 8 hours doing this park. I want to make it perfect. So there's a few little things that need doing. I just put this one up, and I was so tired I had to go to bed. That was it. I was absolutely worn out. This is right at the top, not connected yet. That was the last thing to finish all the scenarios. So I had a nice outside path. It took a while to build, and it goes to just about everything. The only thing the outside path doesn't go to, obviously, is this one, but it's connected at both ends. You go up to ride this coaster here and this one. Now I'm going to extend that path up to the top so we can get onto that, but then I'm going to put a lift inside the mountain. Well, hopefully inside the mountain. I don't know if I'm going to be able to do it or not yet, but I'll usually got to cut away a bit of the mountain to do it, unfortunately. So see how it goes. Right, hopefully this stream will look a bit better. I'm just moving it about and looking at the screen. It seems to be all right. I'm now uploading it. Oh goodness, what is it? I don't know if it says it on here. I think it's 30. I've set it to 30,000 kilobits a second now, so I've got up to 34 from Virgin Media there. The latest or highest package at the moment is 350 download and about megabits, is it? 350 megabits download and about 35 up at the best, but never less than 30 apparently, something like that. So hopefully this stream, it's already saying stream health green, and yesterday it was yellow, that bar, so it looks a more healthy stream. So let's go ahead and just finish off this game now. It's just making things look nice, and we'll have a few rides on some rides, and yeah, go from there. So the first thing is connect this one to the nearest path, which is there. And that's not going to be easy, is it? Okay. Let's get a bit closer in here. Going to have to come from here. Take this away there. And take it from that end. Am I going to do it this way? Yeah. Okay, just get me bearings, remembering what I'm doing. Give it that light. Great. Let's get that. Let's go straight up with that. Good. Managed to get enough height to get past there. That's quite a steep one, isn't it? Okay. I mean, that's crying out for having something built on it, but for now, if I just do a level like that, no, just a one, I think. I can always build, you know, from that outwards if needs be, but at the moment we're connecting, so. Oh, it's going to be tricky. Oh, we'll get in there. Does the music remind you of Air, by the way, the group Air? It's the little echoes on the did. Reminds you of Air a little bit. don't think I'd fancy doing all this walking. I mean, imagine someone tripped. I might have gone a bit too high up there. Okay. So let's see some of these things going on. GPU's on 26%, 1080 Ti. Ethernet's on 28.3, 34.0, so yeah, 35, that's right on my maximum, I think. And the discs, disk 2's on 0 to 1%, just flickering. The other discs aren't working. 7.3 gigs of memory. CPU's on 14%, that's an 1800X Ryzen, first gen. And the stream's stable, everything looks alright, so the problem really was, I changed a few of the settings in OBS, but the problem was that I just didn't have the bandwidth of upload to be able to do this in 4K properly. Now I'm streaming in 4K at 60 frames a second as well. Completely unnecessary really for this game, but I mean, it may make it look smoother. We'll have to see. Oh, let's have it so it cuts into the scenery, shall we? Let's go back one and try again. Yes. There we go, it's better. Yeah, that's good. Okay, it's connected, so people can now get all the way up here. Don't worry, kids. I'm going to put a lift in. All takes time. Okay, like that. Let's do that full load. No, we don't want a maximum waiting time. And we don't want a block section either, because that means people are just waiting on a ride for it to carry on. So that's no good. It's much better to build a longer platform if you want to get one more car on here. So, for example, you just take away a few of these bits. This is all straight here. So you can just take some of this away. Replace it like that. You need it. I think I'm going to put this on single carriages, so it's just like 2 at a time. So I think I'm going to do with this. Yeah, we can go down to 1. There we go. And if we put it on any load and no waiting. There we are. Right. Let's put some music on. Track some people up. Right, next thing is lights. We need some lights all the way up there and some seats for the little peeps. might get a bit worn out. Quite a few, I think. Nope, there are a few peeps venturing up. Let's get that one to line up now because it's on the wrong end. There now. Yep. Okay, so I better put a toilet, drinks, what have you at the top as well. Okay. Seats and bins, and then that's the basics. Okay, so seats there. There. No seats there to keep that nice and free for people walking up and down. In fact, let's make that double length there, shall we? Because then the people will meander a bit and sort of chill out if you make it a bit wider. There. Double. A few seats there. Let's have different seats for that bit. Right, a few rubbish bins. Right, I mean, even if you're building a lift, you have to put pathways up and back. Because, well, I guess not everyone will use the lift, especially if you've got to pay for it. And then what happens if it breaks down? You get people stuck, so you've got to try and get movement as free as you can. But that's a hell of a climb, isn't it? Right away from down there, all the way up. Oh, let's have a ride. Quick, 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 quick. Find it in a second. There we go. Oh. Oh. Not working properly. Ah. probably just friction would sort that out, I would think. Either lift hill speed or friction. Let's go for friction and start it again, unfortunately. I thought they'd gone. Okay. Actually, I think we better put one on test, haven't we? Just make sure it does make it round. I mean, this was an off-the-shelf design, it should have worked. So you've got to check everything. They make it round, but only just. Let's speed that up a bit. Okay, made it back. So that's alright now. I'm going to change that music, that music's awful. Ah. I don't know what that is, let's see. No, they come in a bit. Oh, they come in a bit quick there. Hang on. That's a bit quick. That's a bit quick. Let's see if that helps. Alright, let's put a few things up here. So, we're gonna have we got any food that we haven't got anywhere else? Not really. Let's have a donut up here. Donut. We can have a drink. Lemonade up here. In case anyone's feeling a bit queasy, we'll have one of them up here. I think we've only got one in the park. And let's have an ATM and a toilet, yeah. How hard is it to get it in the right place? It won't go. Won't go there. Can't get it to come back down now. Come on! What the hell's going on? What the? Down! Down ATM. Bad ATM. What's going on there? Try again. Get a fence around it this time. Let's see now. One of these really. So this is the trouble. I've said this before. If you want to try and build a fence, let's see. We won't go flat against what you've done, unless you make a flat square underneath. Right, you know, it's an old game. Right, let's just see if we can do this. Just in case anyone's wondering. If the square underneath is not flat, it won't let me do it now the ATM's there. Okay, bothered, I'll leave it. If you've got flat underneath, you can pull up flat fencing to go round. But you never seem to fall off. I wanted to put a really scary one there on that drop. Put it here or something, but it wouldn't let me for some reason. It was too high up. But then you can get around that by bringing up the floor, but it wouldn't have the same scariness effect. So there. We've got an ATM in case anyone comes all the way up here and runs out of money. They haven't got to run right back down to the front. They can just get some money up here if they need it, if they got any. Right, room for something else. Let's put a what have we got here? Some souvenirs. Oh, what was I doing there? I've forgotten what I was doing there now. Right, my souvenirs for now. Just filling that end up. Stop anyone falling down there. I don't need to do any of these because I've done all these now, so nice and easy. I want to see how fast that thing comes back into the station now. Really quick. I think I'm going to turn off the friction. It should still make it around that bit, hopefully. It around about the low friction on. Just change the lift to 10 miles an hour. ridiculous. That's ridiculous. Who ever thought of that? I mean, it's one thing having a boost on, right, but blimmin' hell. $67 miles an hour. Oh. Let's try 30. And let's change the colour scheme. I don't like that blue. Let's have that green. Better. Let's have a bit of yellow. Yep. Let's change that. More green and green. Let's change that green to turquoise. Right, first one's coming up to the accelerator. So it slows right down. And woo, gets a bit of a boost. Will it be enough? 30 miles an hour, let's see. Yeah, you don't want to go through that too fast. Yep. And they make it back. Good. Right, that's better. High, high, medium. How much am I charging? Okay. Right then, so I'm going to put in a lift, go right away up to the top there. And I would like one that stops on 2 levels, really, stops there as well. Don't think we're going to be able to do that. I think you can only put 1 stop in, or 2, obviously top and bottom. I wonder if I can go through. If I get this right, it'd be okay. It's very hard sometimes to judge the bottom when you're inside something. Let's give it. I don't know if I can do it, but let's give it a go. And I've got to make sure I don't hit the railway, which is where railway's here. Ah, that's good. The railway doesn't go through the middle, so anywhere over here will be all right. So actually, if I put it there, I think it'd be all right. Have a look around here. It won't let me go any higher than that. That must be the top. That must be the highest it can possibly go. Yeah, there's bits here, but I can't pull it up any higher for some reason. Okay. Well, while I'm here, I might as well just colour the outside there. Do. Now, can I place the lift there? Oh, have I got one? That's the thing. Transport comes in, doesn't it? There we go. Or elevators, they call it in America. Okay. See the band? The band's the back. Oh, of course, this is the bottom part. I was hoping I could just drag this. Well, I can. I think I can drag it, but oh, how am I going to get the level right? Yep, yeah, you can drag it through. Where's the bottom? Oh, it's gone the wrong way. Damn it. Can't put it any lower. I just need to. Oh, it needs to just go a bit lower, but I can't grab it and do it. Oh, come on. Damn it. So annoying. Try making a hole in the mountain, I suppose. Try doing it that way. This is not going to be easy. It's great if you just attach it on the side, it's fine, but when you've got to try and do something like this, let's try just one. Guys, it's so hard! It's just a little bit too tall to do this properly. So that means I'm going to have to put one on the outside of the mountain, which doesn't look as nice at all. So I might as well cut into it, I suppose. Damn it! Could put two lifts, I suppose, one from there. Oh no, I could put one on the that would be the easiest. Maybe just to put one there on the outside. That would get it to the top level. I suppose I could build something round it. I'll try it another way. I can't do it the other way. I can't pull it down because I can't get back far enough. I'm not going to judge it properly, so I'm going to put the lift in here. Right here, like this. Okay. even here isn't easy. Alright, we're going to have to pull some stuff down. Should do it. This just so I can see what I'm doing. Okay, so we will say ground level is there then. Work our way along. I'm going to try and put some of this back. So, of course, once you put a path in, don't think you can. Oh, let's see how we get on. You don't have to worry about those supports because they disappear if you build anything. And that also gives me a good idea about where we're building stuff. Okay, right. Now let's get back to the lift. Now it actually needs to be one out from those ports there. Is it facing the right way around? Yes. Okay. And I've already messed something up. Oh, no, I haven't. No. Oh, that's as high as it'll go. It won't let me build any higher. Come on, you should let me build one more. Go on. No. Well, that's annoying. The point in having the lift, it doesn't go right the way. Damn. Ah, could be worse, I suppose. Alright, okay. I think we will keep this generic, actually. Oh, now I can't build anything next to it. I'm gonna have to put supports in for that, or it won't work. Ah. Oh dear. Oh, hello. Looks good so far. I think when you drag anything down the release shift, it'll stay at the level. When you shift and drag it down more. Ah. Yeah, the trouble is I can't get zoom out far enough. I'm sort of, you see the borderlines here, that's the end of the scenario. I need to be about out here somewhere to be able to drag it down far enough to be facing the bottom. Look, I can only get to there and drag it. So I've given up on that. Then drag anything down, release shift, it'll stay at that level. Drag it down more instead of one long drag. I wonder if it'll let me But let's just try it. Let's just, before I get too into doing that, let's just try it then. Thanks for suggestion, by the way, 16-bit coaster. 16-bit coaster, hey. Bit Mega Drive. What are you talking about, Mega Drive? They only had one theme park. Oh no, that was PlayStation 1, wasn't it? The original theme park. I used to have it. God, it looks so bad now in comparison. Right, so... Oh, what is going on? I can't even get it onto the... What the... Oh, because it's too high up, isn't it? Probably. I'm sure I got it on there before. Let me just fill that gap in a minute. Oh, this is so frustrating. Yeah, see, bit by bit. Yeah, you can do it like that, bit by bit. But can you do it when placing rides? That's the thing. Not moving blocks. It's carving out of oil. That works too. Yeah. Yes. It's just long-winded, isn't it? Let me just see if I can drag it bit by bit. No, it won't let me put it there. It let me put it there. Oops. Nope, nope, nope. No, I can't do this bit by bit because as soon as I stop, it will place the bottom of the ride, won't it? See, that's as far as I can get. Right. So if I stop there, then move in. See, I can't do anything now because I've already got my base, so I can't do it like that. Super Famicom, SNES, and hello. I didn't have a Super Nintendo. Yeah, I had a Mega Drive. And in fact, I'm old enough to have had the original Atari. And I spent a week's wages on a cartridge for it. The cartridges were 30 quid a week and I was on a yacht scheme. It was £25 a week. The cartridges cost more than a week's work in it'd be about 1982, something like that. Okay, so we're going to have to go for the that's as high as you can build it scenario. If I do the base and put in the entrance and the exit there, get that done. Remember, it's got to be there at that level. Let's just try that a minute. Let's bring her back up now. Or roughly. Ah, damn, of course. Yep, let's go smaller. I did just let me build her. Oh, I pulled the bloody pathway up that. Right, so I'm going to do the pathway last. Oh, it's so blown out. It's such a while since I've done this. Oh, frustratingly awkward. Just so I can release that bit. So no pathways at all, but I've got a reference to the depth and where, and that will connect me to the entrance. And I've got to remember to take a bit more around the back there. Right, I think I can do that. Okay, right, so let's bring more stuff up. Oh, so annoying. Oh, dear. No, it won't let me pull that up any higher. Oh, there we go. Okay, yes it will. Things up high enough, a little bit more. But be careful, I'll lose my reference entrance there. little bit by little bit. Just seems to be a bit easier on this than doing a great big section. Keep your eye on the way it goes. There's a big hole up there. One more that needs to come up there then. Maybe. Or align the inside. No, I want it more covered than that. Yep, we're actually getting something up there from the very bottom. I hope I'm pulling something up, it doesn't feel like it. Ah, come on. Something. Ah, good. That was something. Now we're getting there. Well, see how that all smooths over now. Juicy Vegan Dwarf, how you doing? Well, glad to have you back. I don't do as many roller coaster videos as I used to. But I'm I'm still here. It's going to be a bit boring on this stream for a while, building this lift here, because I finished all the scenarios. This is the last one of the classic list of scenarios, so I thought I'd make a decent job of it. That's why I'm back after nearly 8 hours the other day doing this. Not that I did much work in about the last hour of the last game or whatever. I got a bit tired. Yeah, I've got to be careful now that I don't pull up. Yeah, let's make sure about that. Don't want to do that. there we are. Oh dear, that's a bad stretch, that one there, isn't it? Doesn't look too good, well, let's change the look. Yeah, more like a mountain coming out now. No, not there, not that. No. Doesn't look right. That sort of get away with a stretch with that cliff sort of look, but not with the rest of the daisies in. Oh, there's a little bit there. Needs sorting out. Okay, so look-wise, looks okay. Now we've got to fit in the entrance and exit at the top. Hopefully it'll let me build it. No, yes it will. There we go. I won't do them generic, I'll actually do them nice now. I think we'll have the queue that side and the out the other. The out can go straight up to where they want to be. Oops, I put generic. That's better. I think we'll go for the high fencing here. It's a shame we can't use, you know, on the splash pack, when you're connecting up the water park with all the tubes and diving stages, you can use a nice spiral staircase you can just drag up. It's a shame that you can't have a spiral staircase on the rest of the scenarios and drag things up. Be nice. Right, so I just take it to one side. Okay. Queue line. I suppose I could just bring the queue line round, connect it to that, and do away with the no entry. That'd be a nice streamline to have separate, wouldn't it? Don't really want a big queue line with this. He says making a big queue line for this. Okay, that's that bit done. Harder bits yet to come. Well, it might. Hopefully, it'll be easy. That'll do for that. Okay, that's the top bit done. Need to colour the inside of that drop, I think. Let's do that black. Okay. Right then, trickier bit. Make sure that's level first. That hasn't connected, that's not the right height. Oh no. Can't be far off. That's it. Ooh, that was lucky. No! 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 Ah! Damn, you know what's going to happen? It's going to go on the surface every time. Oh, good. Managed it. Is that connected? Can't zoom in any closer. About that way. Is that connected? If it's connected, why is it offering me another? Well, if it isn't connected, we're going to find out about it, that's for sure. Right, better not use flames down here. It might take all of the oxygen out of the air. In case anyone's waiting for anyone else in the lift. Oh, if that's no, I thought if it's different paving, I might do something different, but no, I've had second thoughts. all connected up. Still doesn't look right. I'm going to tidy that up a bit. Oh, great. I've messed that up. No, I don't like that at all. I'm going to start again. I don't like that. There onwards, don't like it. I'm just going to put a reference height. A bit more than that. I just realised I don't need a reference height. I've got the bridge. Okay, let's move all that over. tricky, but it's as smooth as I can get it. Yeah, there we go. Okay, let's that pathway in there. And that's the wrong height now. There we go. Okay, lift is completed. Let's open the lift. Now find that there's something else wrong. Let's turn that lift. Don't want any minimum waiting time. And a maximum waiting time. Of try 20 seconds. Any load's okay, because yeah, go up when it's triggered by one person, but then there's queue lines for each, so that should be alright. Oh look, there's a queue bit up here. Need some lift music. Let's do a green. The outside black. Well, that's pretty nice, like that. Let's have a bit more green theming there. Yellow for that. I think black again because it's mainly in the dark. tunnel? Red tunnel lights, if there are any.
Every night I've got to tell you to get on. Come on, don't hang around there, though.
He's being told not to hang around.
Come on, don't hang around there, though. Hang around there, though. Come on, don't hang around there, though.
Ah, freaky. That's like a pipeline coaster. That's probably where they got this from, this pipeline coaster. No one waiting to go down. It'll take a while for that to become popular, or to be used. I think I'll change it to half a minute waiting time. I think I better have a few more staff as well. Get all the uniforms uniform. Okay. What's this one doing? So yep, now you don't have to go all the way from here, climb up there, up there, up there, up there, all the way to there. You could actually just get the lift now. The real Nemesis Subterra. I tell you what, if Subterra was like that, wouldn't it be fantastic? They ought to have it though, absolutely on ground level. So, say like you walk into the entrance, and at the end of sort of like the main entrance, there's just a doorway, and you go straight in, and it's there. But there's no hint to how far down it goes, and it drops like an Oblivion-style drop, 180 feet. That would be something. And I'd actually make it look more impressive by using the lighting like I used to use in the black hole. They used to have like those strobe or chasing lights going down, so you could time the lights with the drop to make it feel like it's going even faster or longer or whatever. And that, yeah. I never went in Subterra, but I haven't been taught in towers for a long time. I'm not driving all the way up there and spend the day on my own. It's about 3.5 hour drive from Bristol. That's each way. I think I'll put a few plants and things around that drop there. Make it look nicer. Oh yeah. That's better. There, how about that? That looks a lot better. There we go. Now, can people actually get to it? Doesn't see many people using the lift. $2015 on an AC trip. Middle of nowhere. Yeah, I think the worst thing about Alton Towers is you turn off the motorway and you think it must be nearly there, and it's still a really long drive off the motorway to get there. And the first time I ever went there, I'd already been to Blackpool Pleasure Beach, so I've been on the Grand National, on big roller coasters like that. And as we got to Alton Towers, of course, this is before the internet, before anything. I didn't know that they weren't allowed to build above tree level, so I was looking out for all the coasters. I said, I can't see anything, so there was no build up as we were getting closer, like catching the view. The only thing you used to catch a view of was the Thunder Looper back in the 80s. That was a brilliant ride. But I think that actually had to go because it was sticking out a bit too much. You could see it past the car park. And I was very disappointed the first time I went to Alton Towers, because all there was up there was like a 4-man bob up by Tower Street, sort of like a Pinafore sort of type thing. The corkscrew was there, that was brand new. And the flume was there. And a few flat rides. Oh, and the black hole, of course. How could I forget the black hole? The black hole was absolutely brilliant. The black hole made it worth going. It was such a good ride. And there was one year in particular, I think it was mid-80s, might have been early 80s. They put, because they were always putting different effects in the black hole, like these chasing lights or spacemen or nothing sometimes. It was, every time I went, it was slightly different theming. And like they had the black hole too, which was basically, as far as I could see, exactly the same, other than they'd clip two cars together. But they used this oil-based smoke machine, and it oiled the tracks, and it went virtually beyond its design speeds. It was fantastic. It was the best year. So yeah, the first time I ever went to Alton Towers, I was disappointed. There wasn't much there. There was a walk-through ghost attraction called Doom and Sons, which was near where the water show used to be. The indoor water show. The top of Tower Street. Yeah, the 80s was when I went the most. And of course, all my friends sort of grew up, and I didn't grow up because I'm still a big kid, and I still love doing things like that. But my friends don't. So I've got no one to go with. Most memorable moment of the trip was getting my shoes destroyed. Oh, you're off Valhalla. You're in Blackpool now. Well, that's closed this year, isn't it? Well, I hope while Valhalla's closed, they do something about that water problem. I've got a feeling they're going to do away with the gas effects. You know, the really nice stuff in there because it costs so much to run those effects. But I wonder if they're just like close this bit, close this bit, close this bit, and do like a Blackpool sort of a paint over and that'll do sort of thing. It'd be really nice if they actually worked on the drainage of those boats, because when you get in them now, you're like ankle deep before you even start. It's awful. And if they made it a drier ride, because let's face it, Blackpool. I mean, there's a few months a year where it's nice if you're lucky, and the rest of the time it's sort of warmish or cold. And who wants to walk around soaking wet all day? You don't mind a little bit wet, but not absolutely drenched head to toe. So I hope they do something good for Valhalla. I hope they just don't remove all the expensive effects and you just have like empty rooms and say, oh, we'll be, next year we'll have something in that room. A bit like as they're working on the Ghost Train sort of thing. I hope they do make Valhalla better. In fact, take the flume out altogether, make it into a huge ghost train. Or a roller coaster in the dark. That'd be good. Because they did away with their black hole. What's it, Space Invader, which is now in Breen. In fact, it's better now it's in Breen. They've themed it much nicer. It feels like a different ride completely now. Even though it's the same layout, it feels completely different in Breen. In fact, that's quite near me. I have put a video of it up on my YouTube. There is one. I think I did 2 videos of Astro Storm, as it's called now. Astro Storm? Anyway, back to the game. I think I ought to put another ride here to make it worthwhile, all these steps. But that means I'm going to have to come off from here. I think what we could do with is a chairlift for the back of the park here. So you can walk to the back of the park, you can get a train to the back, you get a chairlift to the top and a lift down the other side. Will I be able to get a chairlift to go down there? Oh, let's see if we got one to start with. Yep. Yeah, definitely a chairlift. I'm going to put it. Oh, not one single support. Lovely when that happens. Oh no, I didn't look right. Okay, that. No, let's have it going down a bit more. So I'll only have to double it back, so let's get... Oh, no, can't go any further. Oh. I think we want a ambient birds or something for this one. I use the bigger fencing again. It's always hard to work out the entrance and exits to this. You think, oh, that's the right way around, and then they end up queuing on the other side. Valhalla was just too wet for me. They are, see, same. Just couldn't appreciate cold room fire as much. Yeah, the cold room does nothing for me at all. Especially if it's quiet and you've decided to, you think, well, I'm wet anyway, I'm going to have a few goes. When you go into the cold room after you've had a few goes, that is not really much fun, is it? So yeah, see, same. Valhalla's too wet. It's been like that since day one. I'm sure they didn't intend it to be that bad. Ah. Now, where are we going to connect? No, I don't like that high fence. That's better, something smaller. Yeah, there was a Tesla coil that lasted 2 or 3. I saw it. It wasn't a Tesla coil. Could do some more projection. It wasn't a Tesla coil. It was like an anode in a cage. The big spark jumped off. But it's similar to a Tesla coil, where you've got a spark that travels. But I can remember. I think it was in the room before. It was in the top bit. The last time I went in it, they'd replaced it with a strobe light. It was like a jungly type sort of scene you went round. And where the cage was, they just put a strobe light there for the next few seasons. I haven't been in it for a few years, so I don't know if that strobe light's still there. But I remember at the time when I went in, because it was quite a big spark. A bit like the one they had in the Saw queue line, didn't they? They had one there right near the top, and I never saw it working there. looks a bit like a bollard. You know, you tie a ship to the anode in a cage, so the spark jump from the anode out. Yeah, and I can remember being in this wet boat, and everything in Valhalla is just wet, isn't it? I mean, it's dripping from the ceiling, you're wet, and I was just thinking, is this really the place for high voltage electricity? I think that was the scariest part for me, thinking, oh, actually, is that alright? What am I doing? I'm carried away here. Got a few more creature comforts in here. Doubt if this will need Q-line TVs. Okay, bottom bit's done. Oh, better put 1 or 2 rubbish bins in. And a few seats. Okay, that's that bit. Yeah, a good subwoofer. Just having a room where there's suddenly like an enormous rumble that actually shakes you. You can get a pretty good subwoofer quite cheaply from BK Electronics. I've got one. And it will shake my entire room and me, but the neighbours don't like it, so I can't put it on that loud. It's 500 watts. Even that one probably be powerful enough, but there's so much water, so damp. They'd have to get the speaker specially treated because it's a very damp environment. So it'd be better, more atmospheric with stuff like that going on. Right, what was I doing? Oh, I was going to raise the floor back up underneath the ski lift there. Right, that's done. Bottom's done. Looking good. And it goes there and it goes all the way up. Oh, better colour those bits where it's been cut away. Keep the transport rides fairly cheap so people use them. Let me cut in for some reason. going on here? I had the wrong one. Oh, what's the matter with it, for goodness sake? Oh, God. It should just... With this set, it should just cut in. Oh, right. Oh, but now it's not the right height for that. Oh, give me the strength. Oh, for goodness sake. Nope, already people going on. Good. We can't wait to get on that kid there. That's what I hate, when they get on there, they go right away round. And why have they gone on that one? Why didn't they go on that one? That's another thing I don't get. Why didn't they just go on the one it's right on the end? Hopefully it'll even itself out. There might be too many on here, actually, too many cars. Oh, I've already got some coming down. Now, which one's she going to get in? Weird. Yeah, no minimum waiting time. full journey down. Might not need as many cars. We'll have a look. How long it takes to get down. Reduce the number of cars. Can I do it with... Oh, I can do it while it's still open. Brilliant. Oh no, that's max waiting time. Down to 10. Right, let's put some trees and things around. Oh no, I've run out of money. Spent all the money. I don't have enough money to delete a tree. Oh. How do you run the golf? One. And let's bring the price of that down. Unusual scenario where I've got charging on rides and entrance, this one. I don't like the scenarios where you just charge for entrance and then everything's free inside. Don't like that one. Quite hard to get right. Go at the top and have a go on that coaster. Let's have a go on the coaster. On this one. No one on it. is no one going on that then? Let's bring the price down. But no one's going on anything, are they? What's going on here? Why are they all stuck? I've noticed this before actually, on some scenarios when I've gone back to it, that this is stuck. I should have done that when I first, but another thing I should do is just save this. Just in case of a crash, you never know. Just make sure when that ride stops that they actually get off. Vertical loops on that wood here. Head strike speeds. Yeah, it's a preset coaster, that one. It's a really nice one. It just makes it through the loop, doesn't it? It's lovely. Okay, people are getting on and off, so that's okay. That's working all right. How many people have been in there? 32 an hour. Oh, well, definitely needs to be there. That's still popular. How about our train ride? Castle Train of Doom. Of course I can't... Oh, I can click on it through the window maybe? Yes. No one on it. Quiet here. Sit right at the back. Ah, I can't get right to the bat. Where's this thing ever going? However long's that train coming along? I can hear it. Here it comes. coming out. There we are, so there's that. Yeah, not many people going towards the lift. Most people seem to be opting to either walk up. Well, no one's on the chairlift either. Where is everyone? 2 people on ride.
Come on, then hang around there now. Come on, then hang.
Match.
Come on, then hang around there now. How fast is that? We don't know. 2 to get off. Right there now. How fast is that?
No one coming.
2 to get off.
One bloke getting on. Yeah, and that's the beauty of having any load or every 30 seconds or whatever, so if there is just one person, you don't leave them waiting for ages, they can go straight down. See if he enjoys it when he gets off. Some people actually enjoy going up and down the lift. Oh, some rubbish.
Right.
No, it's just on his way now. Always put your sunglasses on. Where's he going? Where's the exit, you idiot? Enjoy that? Did you walking up to the exit of the lift? What are most people going on then? It's not that popular. What are people actually going on? This one. Open. Yeah, no one on that. They're stuck again. What's going on with this? don't think it's going to work again now. They're not going. So whenever one comes to the station, they should be going. If I just take one piece out and open it up again. I might do it. It's him that's messing it up. Perhaps he's blocking the exit. Perhaps it's them. Could be. They could have just stuck there at the gate. Maybe it's that. Be alright now. I think it was those people on the exit that were stopping it. I'm not paying that much. Is that a pound? grab someone and see what they've got on them. Some group. Got 200 quid in his pocket. Alright. Medium. 200 quid and he's thirsty and won't buy a drink. Oh, I think that's where he's going now. Have we got little water squirter things? No, unfortunately. Only in this bit. No, alright. But we have got those really nice animated fisherman guards. I think they're lovely. Somewhere more exciting than that. Yeah, you might not notice them unless you're looking carefully, because they're actually under the water. That one isn't. I think I'm going to make the goal free. It's part of your entrance. Yep, that's included in the entrance. It's free. Well, it's not free, is it? You've got to pay to get in. Yeah, and still, after all this time, the middle one has a queue, and the others don't. Yep, that's too much now. Okay, so that is a point. Might get some people on it then. See, I put the money in coming up. Now I've got to reduce all the rides, so if it's worth it, really. Good thing about the Golf is it's unlimited capacity. It's always good for one of the first ones to build if it's available. I need some lights around it. Yeah, I'm getting an insect house there. If I can get bigger sort of thing in there. Yeah, reptiles and amphibians. Ah. Don't know if I'm going to be able to bring that one down. It's on the edge. No. Damn it. Ah. Through there in the entrance, it's going to be a bit odd. No, I'm going to move it. Move it round. Facing the other way. That's better. No one's been in there. Let's bring down the entrance fee again. That means the golf will come back up to pound. It was quite busy. Well, it was free. Well, free-ish. How much is this ago? Okay, this one. Yep. I don't know where everyone is. There's 1,000 people in this park. 1,000. Well, actually, 1,114. To be precise. Where are they all? What are they going on? Arguing. Going home. And all the rest of them are heading somewhere. Make sure there's no lost. Yep, there's a lost. That'd be me wandering. My camera. Probably go on the train a few times. Get some nice photos, some nice angles. Might be able to get a water transport through under here. Let's give it a go. Do airboat. Most fun. try and put another station in, see if anything happens, see if it actually makes it round there or not. Nah, sleep it like it is for now. Oh. Oh. Oh dear. Enjoyed that. Yep, boats out them. Shame. Well, I think I'll call it a day now for that. I think that's better. We've got the lift in that I wanted to put in. Everything's connected up. All the rides are working. And hopefully it will do well. But now my work here is done. For now. I'm going to move on to new scenarios. Okay, so what's that? Right then, there we are. Oh. Right then, so next time is Captain Blackheart's Cove. Don't know when the next stream is going to be, but I expect it to be fairly soon. You can always catch up, as I'll leave them up. I have noticed though that they take about 2 or 3 days. Mind it was 7 and it was nearly 8 hours the last one, but it took 3 days before it came up. It only showed the last 4 hours, and then the whole thing's come up as just standard digital, so it takes quite a while for it to be 4K after the first stream. So, and this is in 60 frames per second 4K, so it might take a while before it's actually up at that resolution, but here we are. The next time, Captain Blackheart's Cave. So thanks very much for watching. Hope you enjoyed it, and see you again next time.